Hey up guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like fucking death right now. But we're just gonna get through this. This is gonna be a short one because there's no One Piece this week. And I did read Kaiju number 8, but I just have nothing to say about it. Nothing bad, I liked it. I just was like, yep, good chapter. Uh, Fun that we get to see Narumi go ape shit a little bit. And when we get that shot of Kikoru Shinomaya, she just full on looks like she's got a bonkai, and I have no complaints about that. So the main thing today is Black Clover chapter 339. So Ichika, Yami's little sister, doesn't like Asta. Not surprised, really. And then we go to this little house in a bamboo forest, and it's cool. I really like the design of all that. And then Asta opens the door, and you've got these healing water koi fish, it seems, and they're also really cool designs, just flying around the house. And there's this guy Fumito Mikuriya, who apparently healed Asta and is like a really good healer, so he's totally gonna train Mimosa, isn't he? And we get Asta finds Lieb again, who gets literally spat out by one of these fish, and Asta's all affectionate over him. And whereas Lieb is trying to be a little bit of a sunnery, like, oh no, it's fine, but clearly he's like happy to see him. Just like, I love it. It's so dumb. And I swear Lieb is smaller than ever now and has that big gash across his chest too, which is like, interesting. Asta feels guilty about feeling happy while his friends are possibly in danger. As he's having his tea while he's doing his. Oh god, I'm so fucking dead. Oh my head. God, when Asta talks about feeling guilty, it's just like, well, he kind of says, it's just, it feels so bad. He's such a nice guy. And then he sees falling into despair, and then he's starting to fall into despair again that he lost, and he's like, you can't save him. He thinks he's not going to get any stronger, and he's useless at this point. And Ichika just bitch slaps him, and the others are just like, oh shit, and it's just such a good funny moment. And then there's this whole bit of casual racism thrown in that there's in about the land of sun not trusting foreigners, which is like, ugh. But I think maybe we'll get some kind of like reason explore behind it, like the fact that Asta being a foreigner is such a novelty is like, doesn't seem to be a lot of people allowed in here. um, so oh. So they're training in the bamboo. And he's told he can use Zeten, which is channeling the flow key inside us all and utilizing it. And each uses it to split a bamboo tree in half, which is like cool, obviously. Initially, I thought they're going to try and separate it from mana, but it seems to be the same stuff. But luckily for Asta, he can channel magic in the similar way. And then Fumito says, this takes years of training, only the Ryuzen 7 can do. And it's like, mate, you're in a shonen. Let me explain the mechanics of how this works and how everything you just said is absolute bullshit. Because of course, Asta immediately decays this tree, like does the same slice, and you get these oh shit faces from Fumito and Ichika, and it's great. I think I was a bit slightly lost with the key stuff because I thought key was just sensory stuff, and then I thought they were trying to make it separate, and I was just a bit lost. But honestly, I am so fucking brain dead. Maybe that's all it is. And Asta thanks Ichika for her help and nearly cries, and he's like, "Oh, I just want to hug him." Meanwhile, she's still just like, "I fucking hate you, you little shit." And I imagine we're gonna be meeting the rest of the Ryuzen 7 soon. I was thinking one of them's got to be like a full-on ninja, right? And another, like, I could see them having one who's like a classic samurai and all that armor, and maybe one who's more of the just lone swordsman type. I think it'd be cool to get like a mixture of them. I think I would do where it'll be like the Heart Kingdom guys who kind of just mostly showed up and got their ass kicked and then just vanished. So yeah, next up is My Hero Academia, chapter 368. And Deku immediately manages to pull it together and is immediately like, "Oh, Shigi, I know you're in there somewhere." And then I kind of like that. All for One tries to go like, "I've perfected the melding of the two. We are pure, powerful beings. Tomura is no longer here." Amir's just immediately like, "I call bullshit on that." Because he's like, "The way you went off on me earlier, there is clearly something in there." And then Shigi slash All for One go for this huge punch, and it's like, damn, nearly break the entire floating island in one go. And then we get the reveal of the second wielder's quirk, which is transmission. And I think I'm kind of lost on this. So he shoots in 3 punches and boom, skyrockets Shigi. So it changes the target's speed when touched. Cool. So we get an end panel of Deku going off, fucking pounding into Tomura. That sounds weird. With his fist. No, but that's even worse. uh, just, just one punching him, and I do wonder, like, if it says, "Oh, if Deku doesn't end in the next 5 minutes, the world will lose," and it's like, well, clearly he's going to surpass his limits because that's what shonen heroes do. And I think, oh, sorry, this might be better. And I think I just wonder how this is going to go because I think Deku wants to save Tomura, but he also realizes he can't. Like, someone is just going to kill Tomura the moment he has his back turned to it. Maybe that'll be how Bakugo survives. He just straight up kills Tomura at the last second and basically pulls a, "Yeah, fine, I'll accept the loss and not be a hero because this had to be done." So, yeah. I like it. Oh, God. And then we get Akane-Banashi's chapter 32. I love that when she finds out she's working with that Noitra looking guy, she just goes, "Karashi Noodle Mayor," and it's like, that got a chuckle out of me. And he's all, "I'm your senior, show me some respect." He's like, "Yeah, fuck off, mate." And I love the design of the Yasakate Entertainment Hall, especially the inner room designs. It might be a real thing for all I know. I just haven't had a chance to check. Oh, God. I need to go to bed. So then this dude with Cyber shows up and is all tough guy, talks down to Akane, and I don't like him. And he's like, "Little Miss Arakawa." It's like, oh, you are so screwed. I cannot wait for Akane to make you eat those words later. Yep. So I guess the last one is Moebana, chapter 14. Tsukumo isn't smiling. He's like, "Oh no," and we find out that one of the guys from the other school, the Arashi, I imagine white-haired one, is graduating. So Diego wants to do well for his sake, so he can graduate a champion. Which is like, oh, that's a nice reason. Do it for your friend. But Diego also knows not to underestimate Tsukumo. It's like he knows he's the main character. And then we find out Deku, why did I say Deku? God, I'm so fucked. It's like Tsukumo hasn't showed up since the defeat, and it's been 2 days. And like, oh no! And then we get this backstory to the teacher, and initially I was like, this is fine, I guess, but I just don't see why. Like, we find out, oh, he broke his arm or something, and he was learning to do Ikebana with his friend. And we get the backstory, and now he was like, yeah, just doing it growing up, and then he finally wins a major award at 18, and he finds out this 7-year-old kid has won the same award as him, and he's like, he's a 7-year-old, really? What surprised me was he had this friend character of the teacher called Rokusuke, I think, and he has all the signs of a dead friend to motivate the character, kind of thing. Just like he gives up at one point. It's not really specified other than just college, and he's just trying to carry on. No, that's what I'm going to say. And we see him just walking. He almost just falls. And it's like, oh, I straight up thought he was gonna die on the spot there. But then he had like a heart attack or something, or like a condition he wasn't telling his friend about, so his friend would do well or something. So initially I was a bit like, I don't really get why this chapter's relevant until we get the twist about the kid in it. I'm like, okay, I guess that's cool. I'm surprised they've kept this going for 10 minutes. I am going straight to bed after this, once this is edited. So yeah, this is pretty easily for me. Black Clover's chapter of the week, just a really interesting chapter. So let me know what you think. Bye guys.